Octavio Paz, a Mexican writer, once said, "To the inhabitants of New York, Paris, or London, death is a word that is never uttered because it burns the lips." The Mexican, on the other hand, frequents it, mocks it, caresses it, sleeps with it, and entertains it. It is one of his favorite playthings and his most enduring love. Death is an overpowering fear for most people. It's something we try to run from and escape. It's something we push from our minds that won't become a reality. Mexicans, however, have an annual holiday that is celebrated called Day of the Dead to lift up this infamous fear. I have a growing interest for this holiday, and I've researched why and how Mexicans choose to celebrate this taboo subject. I'm here today to inform you about the meaning and rituals behind the Day of the Dead celebration. I will specifically discuss the origin of the holiday and the steps taken to properly celebrate, which consist of constructing an altar, cooking foods, and visiting cemeteries to celebrate. The Day of the Dead holiday can be traced back to a festival performed by the Aztecs. The Aztecs looked forward to death and welcomed it. They believed in an afterlife which could be attained by a 4-year journey after one had died. The family members and friends of this loved one would put on a festival with offerings, food, and dancing to welcome the spirit. This occurred once a year for 4 years to accompany the spirit along the journey to the supposed afterlife. Once Cortez and his men arrived in the New World, this Aztec celebration was slightly altered. Cortez tried to convert most of the Aztecs to Catholicism, which led the Aztecs to incorporate the Catholic celebration, All Saints' Day and All Souls' Day, into their festival. According to Judy King in her article about the formation of the holiday, the Aztecs did not fully accept this Catholic celebration and only used some of the similar rituals which formed the holiday now known as Day of the Dead. Now we can move on to the basic information about the holiday. The Day of the Dead celebration begins on October 31st and ends on November 2nd. Though it occurs at the same time as Halloween, it is no Mexican Halloween. Day of the Dead is to remember the lives and welcome the spirits of the past loved ones. They believe the dead return to celebrate with the families during these days. To Mexicans, death is something not to be mourned, but to respect and honor the lives of the dead. The Day of the Dead is a very happy and festive celebration. Now that you have some background knowledge on the holiday and what it stands for, I'll explain some of the rituals that take place. The 3 main rituals performed for the spirits are making an altar, preparing food, and going to the cemetery to celebrate with one another. The construction of the altar is the first step to welcome the dead. The altar consists of a table with some type of background that includes pictures, decorative pieces, flowers, and candles that symbolize a person's life. Dale Palfrey, in his article about the altars, explains that the altar is supposed to make the spirit feel at home. The altars, according to Kitty Williams' book, Day of the Dead, the marigold flower is associated with death and commonly used to decorate the altars. The second ritual is to cook the favorite foods of the past loved one. Skulls have become a popular symbol of the Day of the Dead because of the sugar skulls made for the celebration. Sugar skulls are made from molding sugar and decorating them with icing and jewels. Pan de Muerto, bread of the dead, is also prepared for the celebration. The bread is usually flavored with orange and shaped into a skull to be served. Another common food made is a spicy chocolate sauce called mole to be served over meat. The food made can be placed on the altar or be given to the spirits or brought to the cemetery to celebrate, which is the third ritual performed. Families go to the cemeteries to celebrate, to clean and decorate the headstones or tombs. It is important to the families to keep the grave clean and to look presentable for the spirits. Marigolds and candles fill the air as the night unravels, and families begin to feast at the gravesite to reminisce on the lives of their loved ones who have passed away. The Day of the Dead holiday is a very special and detailed holiday, and over the past couple of minutes I've attempted to inform you about the importance and acts of the celebration. Constructing an altar, cooking favorite foods, and going to the cemetery to celebrate are all important rituals performed by the people who celebrate Day of the Dead. Though the loss of a loved one is a sad time, I believe celebrating the lives of the dead, as Mexicans do, is a great alternative to coping with death. As I come to a close, I'd like to end on this quote from C.S. Lewis. "Death opens a door out of a little dark room, that's all the life we have known before it, into a great real place where the true sun shines and we shall meet, and I look forward to that day."